Good afternoon. How is everybody?
No.
Happy New Year. How's the New Year going, everybody? Yeah?
Yes.
Off to a good start?
Awesome.
Okay, very excited to have you here today. This is called Time Block for Fun, Joy, and Success, using the 411 goal setting systems. And for those of you that are new to Keller Williams, who's new with the company? Like in the last 6 months? Last 6 months? Last year? Okay, and then I know Keone and Kay have been with Keller Williams longer, but that's a good thing. We are here to learn together. And this class is very hands-on, okay? We're going to be doing a few exercises in here, and I really hope you walk away with some takeaways that you can use right away. Who has a 411 right now? Who knows what a 411 is? Okay, on your yellow sheet, that's one of the questions on there, 411. So you're going to write there 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, okay? 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year. That's the 411. It's not information. It's not calling for the 411, but it is a 4 week, 1 month, 1 year goal setting tool that we're going to create today, all right? Since we do have a smaller class, which is nice, let's take about 30 seconds each to introduce ourselves. I'd like to know your name, where you live now, and where you moved from, if you weren't born and raised here. Tell me about a number of years in real estate, and also tell me why you got into real estate. And if you're new to real estate, what was your previous job or career? Or perhaps you're doing a simultaneous career with real estate. So let's learn about each other, 30 seconds. I give you 30 seconds each. Okay, this is a good pitch. How you pitch yourself to somebody. Start with Luke.
Hi, I'm Luke. I've been with the company for about a month.
Yay, 30 days.
Yay, I'm still about to do some open houses here, getting ready to do that. My dad works for the company, Kevin Space. I'm going to join his team. I'm a server at the Andaz in Wailea, full time. I've got 5 kiddos. I live in Makawao. I'm excited to do something new, so I need to definitely manage my time with all those kids running around. So I'm here to do that. And I've known you for a little bit, you know.
What's that?
I've known you for a little bit,
Yeah.
off and on, but it's cool that he's teaching the course. So it was a surprise. That's awesome. So cool. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Real quickly, why real estate? Besides
Oh,
your
well,
dad being an influence.
I've
probably.
always been leaning. I've always leaned towards sales. When I took off. I did sales growing up, and always wanted to get back into it.
Okay.
Selling food just isn't exciting enough. So yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It takes you like 300,000 portions of 1 meal to sell a house.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah. So.
Okay, thank you, Luke. Rosalina.
Me. My name is Rosalina. Hi, everyone. I've been with Keller Williams since last year, April. April. And why real estate? I'm tired of, I've been with sales at Macy's for about 10 years. So I've been with sales for a while. And I'm currently also with Primerica Financial Services Company for 12 years off and on. That helps with my income as well on the side. Real estate always intrigued me, and I'd like to help others out there. For me and myself, and for others as well. And more time for myself with more money.
There you go.
That's what I'm thinking.
More money,
yes.
more time.
Yeah.
More time to have fun. Okay. I can't see your, Deb.
Deb, I wrote it first.
I can see you now. All right, Deb.
I'm Deborah, and I got my license in September, so I'm brand new. I'm Terry's partner. We are going to be working as a team, so
Oh,
we can
awesome.
cover all the bases without getting too frustrated and tired.
And without killing each other.
Hopefully. And I've been on Maui for about 32 years. I'm from California. I ran a publishing company until about 4 years ago, and I retired
Oh,
to
congratulations.
take care of my grandson who lives with me. And then I decided I needed to put another child through school, so I'm back. And real estate seemed like a natural fit for me.
Yeah.
I've always had a lot of clients and done a lot of sales.
Well, the beauty is you've lived here 32 years.
Yeah.
That's a
You know.
huge network already.
Yeah.
Okay, so we expect huge, big things from you.
I know.
Yeah, those I know a lot of people have a good head start.
Yeah.
Terry?
I'm Terry, and I have lived here for 38 years.
Wow.
Extensive sales experience. I owned a store in Makawao for many years, and that's when I met Deborah.
Which
And
store?
It was called In Sync. It's where Pink by Nature is now.
Okay.
It was a while ago. It was before the band.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, right.
And that's how I met Deborah. She started a magazine for Upcountry, and I advertised in it. And then later, when I sold my store, I went and took over that magazine, and she became the general manager of the company.
Okay.
So we worked together for another 8 or 9 years doing that.
Awesome.
I did a for sale by owner in Paia
Okay.
about 2 years ago.
We love for sale by owners.
Do you? It was like a dirty
If they
word.
co-op with the agent.
Yeah. It was really fun and inspired me, and yeah, I just love Maui and I love real estate. I've always been interested in it, so
Okay.
it seemed like a natural next move.
Good, good, awesome. Miss Kay?
My name's Kay Berland, and I live in Kihei, South Kihei. Have been there only since October. I'm from the mainland. I live in Spokane, Washington. I've been a realtor almost 5 years now with Keller Williams. I love real estate. I always tell people I kind of been in real estate all my life because I bought and sold so many things myself, and I had rentals and stuff. But yeah, I just like helping people. It's been a great experience in real estate. Previously, I was an accountant, financial analyst by trade, so numbers don't scare me. But I love working with people. So, and my goal is to retire at some point to Maui, and so not ready yet, so I might as well work while I'm here.
Yeah, there you go. And she's licensed in Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you have
So
referrals.
yeah, anybody, yeah, come going to
Yeah.
Washington State, let me know.
Excellent. Thank you, Kay. Mr. KB?
Hello, my name is Keone Ball. I've been in real estate for about 24 years, and prior to that, I was
Not
actually-
possible,
Yeah,
Mr. Ball.
It's a child.
Wow.
And about 6 years prior to that, I was a construction equipment mechanic for
Oh,
my
wow. I didn't
uncle
know
at
that.
Service Rentals. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
totally different line of work. And, but I've been in business for a long time too, as my mother owned her own company for 40 years. And we merged here with Keller Williams a year and some ago. So, what else were the other questions on there?
Where do you live
Uh,
now?
Oh, I live in Wailuku, and I grew up in Haiku actually for like 18 years, and then moved to town. I was really worried about moving to town, growing up in Haiku, but I really like town because it's so convenient to everything. So, anyway.
And Keone's
Well-
a great cook.
And Keone's a great cook, we didn't know that part. Well, that's excellent. You know, the good thing about learning about each other's skill sets and what our backgrounds are, because everything you've done in your previous life will apply to this business, right? And that's one of the great things about real estate is that whatever your education, background, skill set, work, you can find somehow to work that into your real estate business. Personally, I've been in Maui for, it'll be 24 years in January next week. I'm very excited about that. I was born and raised in California. I moved here, like I said, almost 24 years ago. My background is mostly corporate America. But when I came to Maui, I said, I need to do something where I don't want to do that 9-to-5 thing anymore. I want to have freedom and experience the lifestyle here. So when I first moved here, I took actually 6 months off and just like painted and swam at the beach and just like it was a sabbatical. So it was a very wonderful thing to do. And so the first job I got here is I got a job at the Grand Wailea selling fine jewelry. And I come from a retail background because I was a buyer for menswear. And so I have a lot of retail and sales experience. But I chose jewelry for 2 things. One is I never sold it before, and it was a luxury item. And I felt that that'd be a good segue because I also wanted to do real estate at some point, but I said, let me do this jewelry thing first because I needed some steady money. So I worked at the Grand Wailea, worked at a beautiful jewelry store. And what I learned there is in selling luxury products, it is mostly impulse. It has nothing to do with I gotta have it. It's like, I want it, I don't need to have it, but I'll buy it because, number one, I'm working with some, in a jewelry store, if you like the person you're working with, more than likely you can entertain them and you can just start the dialogue. The next thing you know, you're pointing out, you gotta have this, just try this on, I'm sure it'll amazing on you. The next thing I know, I'm selling jewelry without even having knowledge about jewelry. It was more about the relationship. And it was, some of the pieces we had though were like a down payment for a house, One at $200,000 for black pearls. I didn't realize it would cost that much. So I learned a lot, and I learned how to deal with people on a more intimate level. Because when I did retail sales, men's clothing, it wasn't really that deep of a relationship. But in jewelry, you really started getting names because those people would come back to the hotel. You would end up selling them, stuff over the phone. Sometimes if a new piece came in. And one of my best clients ever at the jewelry store was Steven Tyler, him and his wife. At the time he was married to this, and he was living in Boston. But that was the experience that I said, I want to do sales but at a higher level and get paid higher and not work in a confined store. So that's when real estate, I got my license. And then I did both jobs. I did the jewelry store at night. I sold real estate during the day. So it took me about a year to really make some money in real estate. My first year, I think I had maybe 5 or 6 sales. So then I said, I'm confident enough, I'm gonna go full-time and quit this job. So that's how I got into real estate full-time. And I joined a company, a small company, which was very helpful at the time because, when you work for a smaller company, the owner was kind of like mentoring me. So you really, really need that. And one of the great things about our company is we do have those mentoring, coaching. Anybody involved in that? Yeah, okay. So really take advantage of that because that's what's really gonna give you the confidence to move forward over your next transactions beyond that, okay? So that's a little bit about my background. So again, everybody's got something that they can apply to this business. Now the purpose of this class is a couple of things. One is who wants to have a lot of flexibility, a huge profit margin, or earn a lot of money, and still have time to take lots of vacations?
You say who does
Exactly. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you there's something about being very purposeful about your business and being intentional about what you do every day that will pay off, okay? And we're going to do some things here that will make you start thinking in a different way in how you approach your day-to-day life. And a lot of this is not necessarily things that I've learned on my own, but it's also things that I learned from taking a class called the 411. Now this 411 class is actually started, I'd say at least 10, 15 years ago. And a lot of teams in Keller Williams, a lot of individual agents use the 411 system to keep themselves organized and managed and focus on their goals. The course that I took was a 3-day class, 3 full days. And during those 3 full days, we did a lot of activities. One of the activities we did was, learning how to have the right mindset, because this business is all about right up here. It's your mental tenacity and your positive attitude to get things done. That's really going to, keep you in the long haul. So during that 3-day course, we did a lot of different activities. But then I ultimately said, in order for this to work, if I was going to teach this class, because I was so excited about it, that I said, I want to teach the class, but I want to condense it down. So I took that 3-day course and made it into a 3-hour course, okay? So we're going to kind of breeze through things. We're not going to do all the things that we learned, but there's a couple of handouts here that I'm going to give you that are important for you to start thinking like a business person, okay? And as a business person, one of the most important BOLD laws that I learned is, so we teach this class called BOLD, which you all should take coming up in August. I think we're teaching it again. My favorite BOLD law here is, number 1, clarity is power. Once you're very clear about your goals and what you do every day, this will define on how successful your business will be. And also will define if you can achieve all those goals that you want. Because this is where, do you believe that once your mind is clear about what you want, things will happen? Yeah, okay, so that's really important to understand. I'm going to refer to that a lot. Okay, first thing we want to do is, let's talk about, let me go through this slide. Okay, so those are today's goals. To walk away with practical tips and tools to help you define your goals, your promises. So I like to think of goals as promises. It just gives it a more, a more in-depth appeal to how you look at goals. Because if you have promises to yourself or to your family, it has a stronger commitment level at that point. So how to define your promises, manage your time with purpose, and to produce profitable results in your business and enrich your personal life. We did the introductions, a little bit about me, a little bit about you, your big why, your USP. So who knows what the USP stands for? Have you heard of that, USP? Not USB, USP. So USP is your unique selling proposition, okay? Unique selling proposition. As a professional real estate agent, you should always know your 30-second speech, so to speak. Make sense? You should know your 30-second speech as far as what you represent, what you do, what your mission statement is. Does anybody know what the mission statement of our company is, of Keller Williams? You do? Keone said
Well, is it?
these are the belief systems, but the mission.
Oh, the mission itself.
So, lives worth living.
Something.
Businesses worth
having,
owning.
owning and
Experiences worth.
having. No.
Experiences worth, and I have to remember that it's either living or experiences worth giving. No.
Living.
So this is why I was hoping somebody else would know it. But if you listen to it, it's a really beautiful mission statement. Life's worth living, experiences worth having, businesses worth owning, and they added this one part just recently is legacies worth giving or leaving. Yeah, because the purpose of business, or at the end of the day, your life is to have a legacy. So I love that Keller Williams incorporates all of that into their mission statement. So what we're going to do in this section of the class is we're going to create a mission statement for your business, okay? Because how many of you already have a mission statement for your business, your real estate business? No, okay. Does anybody, well, you guys were business owners before. Did you have a mission statement for your company when you had your company? Okay. Do you think not most corporations have business or mission statements?
Yeah.
Usually if you go on websites, mission statement. Think of yourself, when you go into real estate, are you a salesperson? No, you're a business owner. Always remember that. You are a business owner. In fact, it's always good to remember. People ask what you do. I'm a business owner. I run a real estate team, or I run a real estate business. Rather than saying I'm a real estate agent, you're a business owner. Because this business is all-encompassing. You're the CEO and every position underneath that. As a solo agent, you do everything, right? So remember that you are a business owner, number one. So if you do have a legitimate business, you should have what we call a mission statement. So we're going to take a few minutes to write a mission statement. And your mission statement, this particular exercise is not about having the perfect mission statement at this point in time, but I want you to start thinking about that. Because it's very important to set yourself apart from every person in our real estate industry. Does that make sense? Do you know how many agents there are in Maui? Active?
1,700.
At least 1,800 right now.
18.
Do you know how many listings we have on Maui? You should always know statistics. Always know your numbers. How many listings do we have? Okay, we just talked about this yesterday.
Let's see, 459 and 4
Yeah.
something, so we
Yeah,
got
459 homes, about 495 condos. That's it. More agents than we have listings. What does that tell you about our business?
Some people aren't going to sell.
Yeah, not everybody's going to be successful, or whatever you define success as, but not everybody's going to be as productive as the next person. Does that make sense? Okay. So here's my question: is why would somebody choose Luke, Terry, Deb, Rosalina, Kay, or Keone over me? That's your USP. What sets you apart from everybody else? Okay? And you can always go back to what are your strengths, your weaknesses, or your niche, et cetera, because that will always help you define who you are and who you want to do business with. Clarity is power. The more clear about who you are, what you represent, you stick to that, you will draw that business. Does that make sense? So one of the things I want to do is create a mission statement, all right? So here's your, on a piece of paper, you need to do this to do your mission statement. I need you to write down 5 values that you cherish most about yourself, or just how you live your life. 5 values that are important to you in your life right now. What are those 5 values? It's not a test, but you just write your own thing. Let me know when you guys are done.
One of those mission statements was experiences worth giving. Did we say that one? Experience worth giving and legacies worth living.
Yeah. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth living.
Great.
You guys done? Okay. Out of those 5 values there, if you were to pick 2, at least 2 or more, that you wanted to incorporate into your business mission statement, which ones would they be? Circle them. Well, you can circle all of them, but I'm just saying, if you had to pick at least 2 minimum that you wanted to incorporate into your business mission statement, which ones would they be? And if they're not there, maybe you need to think about that. All right. Are we good there, guys? You guys got your values and stuff? So what I'm going to have you guys do is, using those values that you've written down, whatever you selected, I want you to create a mission statement having to do with how you want your business to, how you want your business to be represented. Like if I were your client and said, okay, if I went to your website, it would show, here's my company mission statement. What would that mission statement read? Take 5-7 minutes to think about a mission statement. Then I'm going to read you mine, just so that you have an idea how I wrote mine. But I'd like to hear from you guys first, and just like I said, this doesn't have to. We had to spend a whole day doing this at the other thing. We're condensing it. We're making you think quick, because as a real estate professional, you're always got to think quick on your feet. So just give it your best shot. Again, it has to be perfect. At least it's a start. You know what I'm saying? It's a start. Anybody done with their mission statement? Yeah? Okay.
First draft.
Okay, good. Anybody else done? Yeah? Okay. Like I said, we're just, we're all gonna help each other get through this little portion, but it's a good thing to do. How you doing, Luke?
Oh, you know, I'm doing good.
Okay. No pressure.
No pressure.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay. Who would like to share theirs?
No one.
Let's hear
I'll
yours
try it.
first.
Kay, see, Kay's volunteering. She's stepping up. Go, girl.
So it says my happiness comes from helping others in fulfilling their dreams of either purchasing or selling a home. This will provide me and my family with financial success and my freedom to live my fullest life.
Nice. And what were some of the values that you incorporated in your?
Family, happiness, love.
Okay, see? That was quick and that was simple and not too tough, right?
No?
No. Yeah, sometimes if you just write it from the gut, it comes out. All right, who else wants to share? Okay, Mr. KB, go for it.
Well, this is coming from a sales,
Yeah,
but an instructor side too, for pre-licensing courses
Yeah.
or whatever. To guide and instruct with trust, compassion, loyalty, directness, and honesty.
awesome. Thank you. And what were the values you put in there?
Trust, compassion, loyalty, honesty, directness too.
Yeah, and see, that applies to even just as a real estate mission statement, but his is for his school that he has.
Kinda, yeah, both.
Yeah, yeah. One more? Anybody care, share? Come on.
A desire to create an optimum situation for my clients and myself in which we all enjoy an easy, honest, productive relationship that results in a win-win for all. Through hard work, integrity, pure intentions, and openness, we can achieve whatever we want.
Damn, that's good.
Good.
I mean, in 5 minutes or less.
Appreciate it.
See how quick you guys are if you give them time pressure? And by the way, that's good to start, doing things under pressure. You're going to be tested all the time in our business, as you know. So one of the things I want to point out to you is who has buyer consultation packages set up yet? Not yet. Okay, so as you start working with clients and meet with them on a one-on-one basis, you want to have your buyer consultation package ready. So always ready to meet with someone one-on-one and have a professional presentation. This one is just a generic one that we use on our team. I don't have everything in here. I just put some of the basic stuff in here so you know some of the good stuff that you might want to add. So when you open up our buyer presentation, it has our mission statement. It has the code of ethics. Who do you know if you've ever been a buyer for real estate and you worked with your agent, did they ever show you what their code of ethics was? Or the Real Estate Association's code of ethics? No. Have you ever seen their mission statement? No. So does that separate you already from maybe 90% of the people out there? Again, I'm trying to teach you to be different, to have a high level of professionalism, and to stand out from the crowd, okay? This will really set you apart when you meet with a client, and you can tell them, by the way, here's my mission statement, my commitment to you, and here's the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics and Articles. You know, as a professional real estate agent, I do have to abide by a code of ethics, and I want you to know these are our commitments to you as us representing you in the transaction. You set it off to that tone, you're already getting, oh, this person is in it to win it and very committed to his craft and his business, okay? So right here on my mission statement, I wrote here, our team's mission is to exceed our clients' expectations in providing exceptional and quality service while always fostering the spirit of aloha, professionalism, and maintain the highest ethical standards in all of our dealings. We want to be your realtors for life. The highest compliment we can receive is by the ongoing referrals you send us. As the song goes, we get by with a little help from our friends. Mahalo. Aloha and a koma mai to our Maui ohana. Okay? So it sets off a very nice tone in the relationship that you have with your client. Okay? So I would highly recommend when you do start working on your consultation packages, you get your mission statement together, you get the code of ethics together. I'm happy to give you a copy of this. All right? And just a few things you might want to have in your package that are real important is having, you know, a client intake form, a questionnaire. I have here a due diligence checklist. I have a copy of the purchase contract. Okay, I have this guide called Before You Buy Advisory Guide, and I believe this is in our Keller Williams intranet. Yeah, because I got this from the intranet long time ago.
Yeah, I think it's still there.
Yeah, it's a 13, 14 page, 16 page guideline, and they can even sign here in the back that they read through it. Again, the importance of having all this stuff is that shows you're a professional, that, you know, I'm here to help you, here's some forms. Then I have, you know, the buying process, flow chart, bio, and, you know, advantages of a brokerage agreement, of a buyer's brokerage agreement. So those are just kind of the things that you should have in your buyer consultation package. Do they teach this in an Ignite class? Don't they teach the buyer consultation and they have you put together a package?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you don't have it, now's the time to do it. If you're not working with any active clients, this is the time to pull this stuff together. Because once you're in a busy mode and you're in high production, you won't have time for this stuff. So get working on this and your seller's packages. And also in your seller's packages, you want to put your mission statement and the code of ethics. Okay? So any questions on